Hey YouTube, so finally gonna do an interview, and I don't really post videos on my channel, but this is gonna be the one video I guess I'll decide to post. I said I was gonna do deck profile no matter what, even if I didn't top, and I ended up not topping because I lost to Inzectors in the last 2 rounds. So here, got 22 monsters here. We got Gorz, 2 Tragoedias, Gajilitrons, Machina Cannon, Karakuri sazank, 3 Veilers, 3 Breakers, 3 Fortress, 3 Peacekeepers, and 3 Gearframes. Like, this deck is amazing against Dino Rabbit. This is like probably the best matchup for Dino Rabbit, and I'm really surprised that deck won. Like, if I would have played more Dino Rabbits, I definitely would have done better. I can't believe I faced so many non-meta decks, and I faced a Chainburn, I faced a random Lightsworn deck who was not even running Dragons. I was like hoping he was running Dragons because I have, I have a general idea of how to play against it, but he's just running some like random Lightsworn deck. I lost turn 3 both games, and so like I make it to day 2, and I just play against Inzectors the whole time. So anyway, it's really good. These are like 3 Reborns to take back my Fortress every time, and then I have a 4th Reborn as a spell card. This is good with no priority, the Veiler, and this is really good for Zen mains and like discards for Tragoedia to take their Sangan. And then this is also good for discarding to take their Shining. You have 3 ways to discard to take their Shining. And then you could summon this to search this to discard for Shining or discard it for Fortress. So really, really broken. Whoops, over here. And like the last card that's kind of questionable that people wonder is Peacekeeper, and Peacekeeper, it just puts so much work in. Like you have to see Peacekeeper in action. This card combined with Torrential is really broken because I get to search Gearframe and search that, and then it's also good with just protecting Gajilitron. Like these all can go to Gajilitron or Fortress, and they protect it from smashing Dark Hole or the possible Torrential if it's later on. And then these Veilers aren't completely dead against heroes. I made Catastor against heroes. I also went to 8 stars with Fortress. So I can make scrap, you'll see in a second. So that's 22 monsters. My plane's soon, so I gotta finish this up, I'll put this over here. If you have any questions, just PM me, because I know the whole deck by heart and stuff, so I got 3 Terraformings, 3 MSTs. The best card against the Dino Rabbit and Necrovalley. This is Forbidden Chalice. If pieces of monsters attack by 400 and negates the effect for the turn. I gave it back to my friend, so I don't have it right now. I got Heavy, Dark Hole, Book, and then my 4th Reborn. So, I gotta have the Machinas and the Gajilitrons and then the Reborn, and then we got 2 Torrents and a Solemn Judgment. We cut Warning out of the deck at the last minute. We cut Tour Guide out of the deck at the last minute, and I guess it was ineffective to my friend. I really went by his standard. I didn't go by my standards because I thought I tested with Tour Guide at a regional the week before at LA and at LA regionals, and the Tour Guides were testing amazing. But I guess like we just took out Tour Guide because the priority thing. But it was I really regret it. I wish I had Tour Guide in the deck at the time. So if you're gonna run this deck, I highly suggest you put Tour Guide in it. I highly suggest you have 1 MST, 1 Breaker, and let me go to the side deck real fast before I leave. This is Thunder King. This was a Beast King Barbaros. Don't ever side that. 2 Snowmans, 3 Deep Prisons, 3 Force, 3 Skill Drains, 2 Warnings. Don't ever side this card either, and 2 Magic Drains. Barbaros. Here's why I don't like it. I sided in because they assume I'm running gadgets, and then they assume I'm running gadgets, and then I side this in just because like they make Skill Drain, and then I summoned Barbaros against the hero, and he went Solemn Warning, and then he Reborned it, attack for game. I'm like, okay, I took it out for game 3 and 1, And Snowman Eater is good against every single deck except Inzectors. That's why I like this card, and that's why it's in 2s. And then this card is good against every single deck except Inzectors, and it's just broken. This card's really broken against bad players. It's like overextend, okay, have fun, Okay, and then I got Skill Drains. And here's why I use this over Shadowmere. There's 2 reasons. The number 1 reason is because of Breakers. Obviously, I don't want to conflict with that. And then if I have Shadowmere instead of Skill Drain against Inzectors, they have Reborn and Called on it to make Zen mains, and they'll just crash into my monster and pop the Shadowmere. So I like Skill Drain even though it's a cost of 1,000. That's why I like that. And I don't know, like this random side deck card, I should be in the main deck at all times. Shouldn't listen to my friend. I should have like mained the Tour Guides. Magic Drain. The only reason I lose against Dino Rabbit is because Pot of Avarice. If you can shut down their Pot of Avarice, you win. So like when they get rid of Necrovalley, or like if they get rid of Solemn Judgment somehow, I have these two, and they don't really run that many spell cards. They only run spell cards that are actually good, like Dark Hole, Heavy, Reborn, you know, like, and the 3 MSTs and Pot of Avarice. So when you negate the Pot of Avarice, they can't put their Sabers back, they can't put their Cabazals back, and so they can't really make Laggy and Dolka anymore, so then they're playing either defensively, or they're just hoping to draw some kind of answer, or to me somehow. And that's why Dino Rabbit is so easy to beat, because, like, game 1, they see the Geartowns and stuff, and they're like, oh, Macro's gonna work against them, oh, like, Cyber Dragon's gonna help against them, okay, that's fine, I mean, here, so there's 15 right here. I take out 10 cards immediately when I face the Dino Rabbit matchup. These ones, Necrovalleys and the Geartowns, like, they're good against that deck, but not when they side in Macro, you know? So this is 10 right here. I hate to put any 10 cards in here I want in. I usually put these 4, then these 2, that's 6, that's 8. I usually put in like a Thunder King and 1 Warning. Like, I really did not want to side Warning. I really just wanted to main it because it's good against Insectors, and I was only maining, you know, the 3 Chaps. So when you have that all in the deck, and then like combined with all the Gearframes and stuff in Fortress, it's really hard for Dino Rabbit to even have a stand a chance against me. I have the Veilers just in case, and then like, you know, like Trag, Gorz, it's just everything is so good against Dino Rabbit that they really have no chance unless they draw Pot of Avarice. Let me show the extra deck real quick so I can get out of here. I thought the plane was at 11. I really did. I didn't know it was. Okay. Extra deck. You always need an extra deck no matter what. Even if you're running Chainburn, even if you're running Final Countdown or like any random deck, you always need an extra deck. You never know what happens in games. There's Monster Reborn, there's Mind Control, you know, there's all enemy controller, there's so many ways to do things. So let me explain real fast. So I have double Utopia. Double Utopia because the first Utopia is expendable. Like, I have Breaker, like, I plus off Breaker, I plus off Gearframe, and I could go Tragoedia, copy my 4-star, or take their monster and then make the Utopia. So when that one's gone, you know, like, I didn't have another place, or I have another 4-star, so I had to put this back in. And this is really, really good, because they don't even, like, think I'm running, like, a 4-star, but they don't even know, actually, so I don't even know what I'm talking about on that. And then Utopia raise for when I'm under 1,000, and I can push for game for 4,000. Now this is really interesting. I only made this card choice because my friends, like, you know, they only extra deck 1 chimeratech Fortress, and they side in 2 Sidros. So when they summon the first one, they make the Fortress, okay, fine. But when you summon the second Sidro, because that's all the monsters you have left, then I just set my Peacekeeper Gearframe and I contact for this. It's broken. And then I never summoned this, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be plenty of situations where you get in this. And I pretty much kept it in because I had the tour guide build. And then Zen Mains, I summoned this once against Insectors. Round 1, I never summoned it again. And then I summoned this like 4 times. Really good against Dino Rabbit. And I discarded Karakuri Ninja sazank and took their Sangan, and then I made it with Tragoedia and Sangan. I never summoned this, but it's really good if you want to make pushes, because you know how like Snowman has 0 attack, Typhoon has 0 attack. It's also good for going for game. This is really good against Dolka. I have to say, when you have a Gearframe Breaker and you combine it with a Effect Veiler, really good against Dolka. It's really good against a Gelen duo. Really good against I faced someone who had Marshmallow in their deck, a hero deck, and it's good against Shining, good against Neos Alias, because they can't Honest. So that's pretty cool. And then we got the 8 stars is what I summoned the most, because you got Gorz, Trag to copy the 7-star Fortress that you discard, you have, and then the Veiler to make it. So this never came out. I really thought this was going to be good like in time and stuff. I never went into time because I play really fast, and I would call it judges for slow playing. That Stardust Dragon, really good. Like, I won a game because, here, I'll show you, because it's good to show visuals. I had Magic Drain down, I had a Skill Drain down, and I had a Solemn Judgment down. Solemn Judgment. I had this down against Insectors. I don't know how they're going to win, but he tried something. He went heavy. He went Dragonfly. I went Skill Drain. And when he went MST, I went Magic Drain. And when he went Solemn, I went Solemn. End phase, I brought this back. I still had Skill Drain. There's no way he was going to come back that game. Like, I don't know. Like, that was an amazing draw, you know? Mm-hmm. And, okay, this was here. Okay, Colossal Fighter and Skill Drain. You know, this is a broken combo. If you learn that from Teledad era, you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, Colossal Fighter can never die when I have Skill Drain. They can never die by battle. Well, it can never die by battle normally, but like if they go Colossal Crash, which normally doesn't happen, but I'm just saying when it does happen, they can target my Colossal, I can target myself back and bring it back. And it's also good for like when he was at 61, because I do like breaker swings or like random 19 swings, and I bring out Gajilitron, so that's 3,000, he'll be at 31, and you know, like the extra warriors against like you know, I don't know, like random warriors like Jane and stuff inside the Dragon Chaos. I don't even know. But okay, so Scrap Dragon. This is the only card that got affected by the priority ruling because I can't call priority, target my Geartown, target their thing, and bring out, you know, attack the game like that. That is the only thing that affects me in priority. So I really like the deck. It beats Dino Rabbit all the time. If I were to make any changes, I could say off the top of my head before I get on my plane is Breaker and MST. Take these out for Warrings. You can do a few more cards, you know, like make sure it's good against Insectors. So make sure it's good against Insectors, and you got it. Stop the Dino Rabbit's Pot of Average's Magic Train, and you got it. Hope you like this interview. It was pretty boring if you ask me, and I'm in a rushing mood, so gotta go. Peace out, YouTube.